Monumental victory for Leeds United last night. Of course, table toppers destroyed Sheffield United with that amazing second half display. Is the title race over in the Championship, or is there more twists and turns to come? We'll get into that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. It is match day number 35, that's right, over in the Championship. And we'll get to it in a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe button. You want to stop short for Blackburn Rovers, Championship, World Football. We're going to all hear under one roof. That's right, Leeds' massive second half display. Turn the game on its head and probably put the title in their bloody hands. They are 5 points clear now over Sheffield United, and they're even massiver, 7 points clear over Burnley in third. They're on the brink of Premier League return, but could still be a couple of little banana skins on the road. We'll take a look at all that and much more in a second. Big shout out to the members, big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. What we're going to do now, though, of course, is revisit those results, my predictions of the Super Brew. And, of course, look forward to what this week has in store. It's going to be a weird old week with the FA Cup and all that kind of jazz. Anyway, sit tight, hold on, because here we go, guys. That's right, looking forward and back to some of the games, of course, kicking all off this recapping the results this past midweek. Bristol City with a 2-1 win over Middlesbrough. I went with a draw myself. Burnley with a 4-0 win over Sheffield Wednesday. I went with a 2-0 win. Derby fluffed their guts with a 1-0 loss to Millwall. Lastminute.com. I went with a 0-0 draw. Plymouth with a 1-1 draw against Cardiff. I went with a 2-1 a home win. Sunderland did lose to bloody Hull, 1-0 winners in the end. Coventry with a 2-1 win over Preston, I went with a 2-0 win. Norwich with a 4-2 win over Stoke County, I went with a 3-1 win. Pompey with a 2-1 win over QPR, I went with a 2-0 win. Swansea with a 3-0 win over Rovers, I went with a 1-1 draw. West Brom with a 2-0 win over Oxford, I went with a 2-0 win. Watford with a 2-0 win over Luton, I went with a 3-2 win. And then I did get the right amount of goals in the bottom of the screen there. Leeds winners, 3-1 winners on the road, I went with a 2-2 draw. So, my friends, this is what the table will look like right here, right now. Coming at you. It is Leeds, 5 points clear over Sheffield United, who are 2 points clear over Burnley. The race for the promotion stakes is still on the pops there. Sunderland, I think they lost Reggie Labrie, and not Reggie Labrie, the Lafitte guy and some other guy. So important guys for their playoff push themselves, promotion push. So it's going to be interesting if that affects them much, or if they can just keep on going and maintain that top 6 push, maybe even outside of the, maybe even the top 2 push. Burnley, of course, possibly in the driving seat here. Only lost twice this season. Of course, that impressive clean sheet run. Meanwhile, going down, it is still Luton, it is Derby, it is Plymouth right here, right now. A bit of a gap opening up, but and again, some of these guys are playing extra games this week, so we'll take a look at those in a second. What we're going to do now, though, is take a look at the Super Brewski. Bring you bang up to date with that. I tell you what, it's not been the greatest week for me, but we'll keep on bloody plodding. Here it is, guys. Is this right? This looks absolutely weird. Let me just give that a bit of a refresh. That looks a bit better. Yeah. So O'Connor picking up, what are we looking at here? 20.5 points. Bristol Hinton on 20.5. UK in CA, 17.5. And then Raymond Renton and Jacob Johnson blasting the pass right now with 17 points themselves. Myself, 10.5. Criminally bad predictions by myself. The leaderboard, though, looks a little bit like this. I am down to 16th right now. Not great. Down 3 spots, of course. Then the chasing pack. If you can see your name in there, please smash the old like. I do appreciate every one of you. There's been 128 of you have predicted this whole league this season. And then, of course, tip at the top of the table is KP21. Drew Marley now there in second spot, and Pennywise in third. But it's not over yet, guys. We've still got some crazy busy weeks of action coming at you very, very soon. But if you still want to get involved with the Prediction League, it is 100% free, and this is the link right here, right now. So this is the next round of games. This is the games that are coming at you this weekend. There are 2 games taking place prior to this, and they are Cardiff against Hull and Stoke against Middlesbrough. Cardiff against Hull, of course, relegation 6-pointer. I'm going to give you my gut take on that right now. Of course, the bookies can't really separate them. It looks like a draw on that one. I'm probably leaning towards a 2-1 Cardiff victory on that one. I think it would be a massive boost for their season as well. Hull, of course, really a massive win against Sunderland most recently. Stoke against Borough. Again, Borough under a bit of pressure. I think this one's leaning towards a draw, maybe a Stoke victory. Borough are very much a vulnerable beast right now, and I think if they're going to be in that top 6 discussion, either they win this game or axe looms for matey boy. But we are going to jump into the games that can kick off this Friday. Now, this is a bit of a weird fixture list because this fixture list will end Tuesday the 4th of March, I believe, because of the FA Cup games. So there's FA Cup games this weekend, which involve some Championship clubs as well. So let me jump in the deep end and have a little crack at this then, shall we? Starting with a trip to Hillsborough. It's Friday night under the lights. It's Wednesday. It's Sunderland. It's at the Hillsborough. It's Danny Rowell's boys are 12th in the table, 45 points for the season. Just one win in the last 5. Up against Sunderland and Reggie Debris, just one win in the last 4. They are 4th with 62 points for the season. They played 17 times since 1996. 6 wins for Wednesday, 8 wins for Sunderland. There's been 3 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at Hillsborough, it was a 3-0 win for Sunderland back in September 2023. The reverse fixture at the Stadium of Light was a 4-0 win back in August. Sunderland on the back of a 1-0 loss to Hull. Wednesday on the back of that 4-0 loss to bloody Burnley. Goodness gracious me. The odds right here, right now, we're looking at it. Sheffield Wednesday are 90-10 for the Relegation. 6-4 is just Sunderland. 12-5 is the draw. I think I'm leaning towards a 2-1 away win here. Sunderland stepping up the plate, even with the recent run of events. Then we go to bloody Ewood Park, and it looks like Valérien Ismaël's Blackburn taking on Norwich City. That's right, coming at you at Ewood Park. Rovers under Ismaël, new manager. Hopefully, new manager bounce. We'll see. 16th in the table, 51 points for the season. They won 3 of the last 6. Up against Norwich under Jonas Torup, just one win in the last 4. They are 10th with 47 points for the season. They played 27 times since 1993. 8 wins Blackburn, 9 wins Norwich. There's been 10 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at Ewood Park, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2024. The reverse fixture, a 2-2 draw at Carrow Road back in August. Rovers are actually unbeaten against Norwich over the last 3, just lost once in the last 6. They're coming into on the back of that 3-0 stuffing by Swansea. Norwich on the back of that 4-2 drubbing of Stoke. The odds for this one, 8-5 is your Rovers, 16-9 is your Norwich. The draw is at 12-5. I'm sitting on the fence today on the 1-1 draw. I just think that Rovers going to drag their feet with their appointment here. They could have had this done and dusted a long time ago, and I just think the coach doesn't have too much of a say on this one. And unfortunately, it looks like his first major game will be the next weekend's game against who is it? Derby County. Anyway, Leeds United up against West Bromwich Albion coming to at Ellen Road. Leeds under Daniel Farke. They've won 5 of the last 6. They're top of the pops with 75 points, just one defeat in those last 6. West Brom under Tony Mowbray, 5th in the table, 51 points for the season. 2 defeats in the last 6. They have played Leeds 14 times since 2002. They've won 5, lost 5, and there's been 4 draws between the two sides. Last time around at Ellen Road, it was a 1-1 draw back in August 2023. The reverse fixture, a 0-0 draw way back in August. In fact, West Brom are unbeaten against Leeds over the last 3, but they're coming into this on the back of that 2-0 win over Oxford. Leeds with that 3-1 win over Sheffield United. The odds for this one, 14-5 on, or maybe 3-1 on is your Leeds. I don't know how you would say that. 9-1 is your West Brom. 17-4 is the draw. I'm going with a Leeds victory here. 3-1 winners comfortably done. Maintaining that top of the pops spot there. Let's go to Oxford United at Coventry at the Kazam. Another early kickoff. That's right, Oxford under Gary Rowett. Winless in the last 6 matches. They're 18th for the table, 38 points for the season. Up against Coventry, who are 7th, 50 points for the season. They've won 3 on the spin. They played Oxford 11 times since 2015. 3 wins for Oxford, 6 wins for Coventry. There's been 2 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at the Kazam, it was a 3-3 draw back in August 2019. That was in League One. The reverse fixture this season, 3-2 winners it was for Coventry back in August. Meanwhile, they've also played this season in the EFL Cup. It was a 1-0 for Coventry back in August. Coventry on the back of that 2-1 win over Preston. Oxford on the back of that 2-0 loss to West Brom. They make it 4 games now without a goal. In fact, just 1 goal scored in the last 6 concerning times for Oxford. Oxford are 5-2 for the victory. 59-50 is your Coventry. 12-5 is the draw here. We're going to go with that form book really just suggests Coventry victory, 2-1 winners. In the end, Luton Town against Portsmouth coming at Kenilworth Road. Goodness gracious me, what is going wrong with Luton Town? They are 24th in the table, 28 points this season. They are winners in the last 12. Up against Portsmouth, John Massinho, they won 3 on the spin. They are 17th in the table, 39 points for the season. They played Luton 17 times since 1993. 5 wins for the Hatters, 8 wins for Pompey, and 4 draws between the two sides. Last time around at Kenilworth Road in a competitive action was a 3-2 win for Luton back in January 2019. The reverse fixture, a 0-0 draw at Fratton Park back in August. Luton on the back of that 2-0 loss against Derby rivals there. Watford, Portsmouth picking up a massive 2-1 win over QPR last time around. The odds for this one, Luton are 23-20 for the victory. 5-2 is the away win. 12-5 is the draw. A lot of folks are saying nailed on Luton Town win here. Not me though. I think Portsmouth will get something out of it because they just got their tails up right now. And I think they're going to be, despite a real shit start to the season, I think Portsmouth looking good to maintain their championship status for another year. Meanwhile, Borough, busy week for Borough up against Derby County. That's right, at the Riverside. Middlesbrough under Michael Carrick, 13th for the table, 44 points for the season. Coming into this today without that other game in mind, 5 defeats on the spin up against Derby under John Eustace without a win in the last 12. They're 23rd. They played 41 times since 1993, 21 wins for Borough, 11 wins for Derby. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this venue was a 4-1 win for Borough back in February 2022. The reverse fixture, a 1-0 win for Derby. Derby on the back of that 1-0 loss to Millwall. Borough on the back of that 2-1 loss to Bristol City. The odds for this one, Middlesbrough are 5-4 on for the victory, 50-4 is your Derby, 27-10 is your draw here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Borough. Can't check that, John Eustace. And then up to the next one, we got QPR against Sheffield United at Loftus Road. QPR under Martin Kofientis are 14th for the table, 44 points for the season. They just won twice in the last 6. Up against Sheffield United under Chris Wilder, 2 defeats in the last 6. They are second with 70 points, and they're going to come at you on the 1st of March. They played 37 times since 1993, 10 wins QPR, 14 wins Sheffield United. There's been 13 draws between the two sides. Last time around at Loftus Road, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2023. The reverse fixture, a 2-2 draw at Bramall Lane back in August. And Blades on the back of that 3-1 loss to Leeds. QPR losing to Pompey most recently. The odds right here right now are 2-1 is your QPR, 6-4 is your Sheffield United, 23-10 is the draw here. What am I going for on this one? I'm going with a QPR to lose it, Sheffield United to win it, 2-1 winners at Loftus Road. Stoke City up against Watford, coming at the bet 365. Stoke under Mark Robbins at 19th for the table, 35 points for the season, just 1 win in the last 4. Up against Watford under Tom Cleverley, back-to-back wins. They could be back-to-back in the promotion stakes here. 9th for the table, 48 points for the season. They played 30 times since 1993, 14 wins Stoke, 11 wins for Watford. There's been 5 draws between the two sides. Last time around, over at the bet 365, it was a 1-0 win for Stoke back in August. The reverse fixture, a 3-0 win for Watford at Vicarage Road. Stoke on the back of that 4-2 loss to Norwich. Watford on the back of that 2-0 win over Luton, make it back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets as well. The odds for this one, Stoke are 11-8 for the victory. Oh, what are we looking at? Watford, what is that? 2-1? 2-1 for Watford. 5-2 is the draw. Those odds look nonsense to me. I think I'm going to go with a Watford win here. No, I'm not. Going the other way. 2-0 winners. Stoke taking it to put a burst in Watford's recent run of form. Cardiff against Burnley. That's coming at you on Tuesday. The 4th of March. March and Omar, it's 21st in table, 33 points for the season. They are 50% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 5. Burnley unbeaten in at least the last 6, and plus much more than that, 12. I don't even know. They're coming at you 3rd in the table, 68 points for the season. They played Cardiff 26 times since 2003. 8 wins Cardiff, 6 wins Burnley, 12 draws between the two sides. Last time around, over in Wales, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2022. The reverse fixture, a 5-0 win for Burnley at Turnmoor back in August. Burnley on the back of that 4-0 win over Sheffield Wednesday. Cardiff on the back of that draw against Plymouth. Cardiff are in action this week against Hull, remember, so it could be a massive couple of games for them to get themselves out of this relegation mire. The bookies odds for this one, 70-5 is your Cardiff. Pretty much even Stevens for your Burnley, 4-1. Maybe what are we looking at? 2-1 on. I don't even fucking know. Anyway, whatever. 2-0 winners, Burnley taking it to the house. Final 3 here. It's Hull City up against Plymouth Argyle, coming at you at the MKM Stadium. Hull under Ruben Sellas, 20 for the table, 33 points for the season. Back-to-back games now without a loss. Plymouth under Miro Mislic, winless in the last 3. They are 22nd with 30 points for the campaign. They played Hull 12 times in 2005, 5 wins apiece, 2 draws between the two sides. Last time around at the MKM, it was a draw. It was back in September 2023. The reverse fixture, also a 1-1 draw over at Home Park. That's back in August. Plymouth on the back of that draw against Cardiff. Hull picking up that massive win against Sunderland, of course. The odds for this one, I'm just going to give you a kind of rough rub of the green here. Hull are fancied here. Plymouth are the underdogs. Going to go with a 1-1 draw myself, point apiece. Which of course keeps them both pretty much where they are heading into a really difficult part of the season. Millwall up against Bristol City, coming at the Den. Alex Neil's boys are 11th, 45 points for the season. Just 1 win in the last 4 though for Millwall. Up against Bristol City, Liam Manning just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are 8th, 49 points for the season coming into this. They played 28 times since 1993. 10 wins for Millwall, 9 wins for Bristol City. There's been 9 draws between the two sides. Last time around over at the Den, it was a 1-0 win for Bristol City back in August 2023. The reverse fixture, a 7-goal thriller, 4-3 it was back in August in match day number 2. Millwall on the back of that 1-0 win over Derby. Bristol City with a 2-1 win over Middlesbrough. Goodness gracious me. The odds here, Millwall just about edge it with the bookies odds on this one. I'm going with a 2-0 win as well for the hosts to give themselves a boost for the promotion stakes as well. And then Preston off end and Swansea, who hope to have a new manager installed for this one, you would imagine. Coming at Deepdale, Paul Heckingbottom's boys are 15th with 42 points for the season. They were winless in the last 3 up against Swansea under Alan Sheeran at the moment. 2 wins and 2 defeats in the last 4. They are 16th right now, 40 points for the season. They played Preston 20 times since 2004. 6 wins for the Nobbers, 12 wins for the Swans, 2 draws between the two sides. Last time around at Deepdale, it was a 2-1 win for Preston. The reverse fixture, a 3-0 win for Swansea back in August. Now, the hosts have won 7 on the spin. Whoever's been in the home dugout has won this game over the last 7 matches. Last time the away side won was when Preston beat Swansea in Wales back in April. Preston on the back of that 2-1 loss to Coventry. Swansea with that amazing win over Rovers. The bookies odds on this one, they go with Preston to continue that trend. I'm also going with a 3-1 win for Preston to give themselves a big old boost this season. And if I'm right, for this weekend's games only, not the 2 that are taking place today, this is what the table will look like. It'll be Leeds still clear at the top of the table. Sheffield United are in 2nd. Burnley remain in 3rd. Going down, Luton, Derby, and then Plymouth. In the playoffs, it's Burnley, it's Sheffield, Sunderland, it's Coventry, and it's Rovers. But of course, it's still jam-packed right there, right now. That's what I've got, my friends. Make sure you smash your like, smash your subscribe. We'll be back with an update of the Super Brew and more next time around. But until then, we're done.